More homes are hitting the market, yet owning one feels further away than ever. That's not a glitch. That's the 2026 housing paradox. Today, we're counting down 5 states where inventory is up, but your odds of buying don't improve. We'll expose the great housing reset in action. Wages finally inching ahead, rates hovering in the low sixes, and prices barely rising. Yet affordability still stings. Why these 5? Insurance shocks, climate risk, slow-moving sellers, and a supply that doesn't match what buyers can actually afford. You'll know exactly where the headlines mislead and what it means for your next move. Number 1, California. California finally has more listings and buyers are still frozen. Why? Because the monthly owns you. Prices inch, but at roughly 6.3% rates, jumbo loans and insurance piled on, the payment feels like paying rent twice. Let that sink in. LA and Orange County first. Median prices keep the down payment wild, so you're wiring cash before you even touch the key. Sellers with 3% mortgages aren't moving. They're adding a bathroom and calling it a day. That slows the flow of normal, livable stock. And the wildfire insurance spike? Carriers exit, premiums jump, and that affordable house in the hills turns into a budget trap. The list price is the teaser. The binder quote is the punchline. Up north, the Bay Area plays the same game. Even with modest year-over-year price moves, jumbo territory keeps underwriting tight. Wages rise a bit, sure, but coastal baselines outmuscle paychecks. Redfin calls for gradual affordability improvement, but in these metros it's like losing a pound while carrying a backpack full of bricks. Climate risk reshuffles demand inside the map. People drift from fire-prone canyons to flatter, safer strips, bidding up the few zones with calmer insurance. Meanwhile, the multifamily pipeline cools, rents firm, and renters crowd the entry-level market, except the entry level doesn't exist. Number 2, New York. New York's suburbs were supposed to be the pressure release. Trains are full again, open houses pop up, and you think, cool, finally a lane to buy. But here's the catch. Buyers are funneling into the same low-risk, top-school districts right as rates camp in the low sixes. That concentrates bids in a few corridors while city co-ops and fee-heavy condos linger. Look at Westchester. Towns with reliable schools and higher ground see 3 decent listings and 15 pre-approvals. Long Island's North Shore pockets get swarmed. The South Shore flood zones? Slower, with insurance pushing premiums high enough to scare underwriting. Up the Hudson, places like Beacon, Tarrytown, and pockets around Nyack show hot tags for 2026 forecasts. But the available homes tilt toward higher price bands or quirky layouts that need cash on hand. Condo looks cheaper on the screen, then the maintenance hits. $2,000 a month in fees can erase a rate drop instantly. Property taxes knock buyers out before they argue price. And the inventory that grows? Luxury condos with strict financing rules, odd bedroom co-ops, buildings that need 25% down, great for cash, brutal for normal buyers. Number 3, Florida. Florida looks like relief on paper. Top-tier building permits, cranes everywhere, sales centers handing out glossy brochures. Feels like supply is finally catching up. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch. Insurance. Premiums jump, non-renewals hit, and more owners lean on the state-backed Citizens Plan. A $450,000 house that penciled out last year now needs an insurance line that messes up your whole DTI. And that new master-planned community? The HOA plus special assessments give off second mortgage energy. Let that sink in. Coastal hotspots show the stress. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm see buyers pause as coverage gets murky and costs rise. Redfin flags softening coastal demand and rising insurance risk. So builders push inland, where land is cheaper and coverage is less chaotic. The problem is the product. Bigger homes, clubhouses, gates, lake views. Nice, but not entry-level. It's like ordering a burger and getting a steak you can't afford. Rents aren't doing you favors either. With the apartment pipeline slowing, certain metros keep pressure on tenants. So would-be buyers can't save faster than carrying costs climb. Newsweek frames it bluntly. Even with more listings, the national shortage hangs on. So the inventory story? Up? Yes. But the monthly, insurance, HOA, assessments, blocks the doorway. The takeaway is simple. Florida's building boom doesn't deliver affordability where most people want to live. Head northwest, fewer hurricanes, better odds? Not exactly. Number 4, Washington. Seattle and the ring cities finally show more actives. You feel the air loosen a bit. Breathing room, right? But here's the catch. The new listings skew expensive, owned by people sitting on fat equity. They can wait. You can't. And with rates near the low sixes, a starter turns into a monthly stretch that eats your grocery budget. Let's break it down. The tech cooldown calmed the 20-offer circus, but it didn't fix payments. Taxes and interest hold the monthly high even when list prices blink. Insurance isn't chaos here, sure, yet HOA dues, dated systems, and contractor bids that read like luxury menus keep costs stacked. That mid-century in Shoreline needs roof, panel, and windows before winter. The bill lands like a second car payment. Policy wins are real on paper. Upzoning, missing middle, more doors in theory. But per the research, the output, new townhomes, lands too pricey for entry-level buyers. So, inventory grows where the money already lives. Redfin's theme of incomes edging past prices sounds nice, but the thinner buyer pool just means fewer bidders, not cheaper math. So, here's the thing. More homes, still the wrong bands. 2026 looks like a standoff. Buyers wait for rate relief. Sellers, cushioned by equity, refuse to blink. You want the wide-open West to be the cheat code? Montana says, not so fast. Number 5. Montana. Bozeman, Missoula, and the Flathead Corridor blew up during the pandemic. Trailheads, breweries, ski passes. Now you're seeing more for sale signs. Sounds like relief. But here's the catch. The price ladder got yanked up in 2020 to 2022 and never dropped back down. Wages didn't chase it, and build costs stayed sticky. Montana doesn't hit you with Florida-level insurance, but the carrying costs sneak in. Rural logistics means septic inspections, well tests, and winterproofing that eats your cash. Snow-load roofs, plow contracts, propane swings, your cheap cabin starts acting like a luxury subscription. What's on the market in 2026? More, yes, but skewed. Think luxe cabins on acreage, lakeview parcels, and new builds with vaulted ceilings and premium finishes. Workforce housing? Thin. That's the footprint left by second home buyers and investors. Meanwhile, rents hold pressure because short-term rentals pull units out of the long-term pool. And construction crews are booked while materials still price like it's peak season. Redfin's two-speed market idea shows up here. The affordable, mid-sized darlings that went viral now struggle with affordability even as inventory grows. Wildfire smoke seasons push micro-migrations toward cleaner air pockets, but prices don't roll back. They just shuffle demand across valleys. So, inventory is up, but it's lifestyle stock aimed at remote wealth. The 2026 Montana peak is a vibe shift, not a price drop. That completes the map of where the paradox bites hardest. So, here's the thing. Inventory is up in all the right headlines and all the wrong price bands. 2026 speeds the market, not the math. Let that sink in. If this helped, like this video so the algorithm thinks I'm important. Subscribe because someday you'll want to escape. And tell me in the comments, would you trade cheaper sticker prices for higher insurance and fees? Yes or nope? Next time, we'll hunt the unicorns, the rare markets where the monthly actually drops. You're not ready for what wins. I've got a short list, and one of them isn't even on your radar yet. Bring your calculator and your skepticism.